We are now live.
Hey, 1 second, I'm going to mute myself.
Letting people know that we are live. If you're watching from Google Plus or Google Hangouts, welcome. My name is Carla Zen Queen. I will do a little bit of introducing here. I'm letting my other teammates know that we are live. So, and then we're going to jump into this. I'm going to be talking about, let me see my screen there. We're going to be talking about, I've just been calling it my rank and bank method. And basically what it is I realized, first let me introduce myself. I'm Carla Zen Queen. I'm the creator of SEO Sizzler. This is an open webinar hangout that I have every Wednesday evening. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I just kind of discuss marketing things, tips and tricks involving SEO, ranking in the search engines, information, that type of thing. A lot of my viewers are members. We do have a paid members group. I'll give more information at the end of the webinar about how you can become part of that. This particular hangout is really focused on ranking locally and small businesses, and how you can, outrank these small businesses and then call them up and solicit advertising on your page. And I had this idea because I was watching some of my older videos, and when I first started blogging, I was kind of, I'd like to think I was doing some random things, but they turn out that they are just not so random. I find myself ranking for some small areas, like Abercrombie, North Dakota is one. Probably never heard of it because it's a town of about 150 people. And what I was doing there was, they have an old army fort. And I was practicing, just being on camera and being okay with that, and just kind of doing, basically reviews of the areas that I'm visiting just to get comfortable with the camera. But lo and behold, I'm ranked all over the place. I've covered that little area of Abercrombie, North Dakota, as far as work from home and, how's this gal working from the river, that type of thing. I kind of tied it into, basically I put it into a blog, and my blog's ranking for it too. Also, there's another place called Sisseton, South Dakota, and there's Indian reservation for the most part. There is a hollow in that area that has some myths and legends around it, according to the Native Americans, and it was a place that I always wanted to visit. Lo and behold, I cut quite a few videos there. It was just a gorgeous place. But I published the video, and I get contacted by the state park. It's actually run by a state park. It's on state park land, and reservation still as well, but protected there by the state parks. Anyways, that video is the official video for that state park, that particular area. It's called Trail of Spirits. So while I'm randomly visiting places with my family and cutting videos, I'm also ranking for these small areas. And in the descriptions, I'm putting in there that I work from home, and that, I'm doing my job as we speak. And so here we are, 2-3 years down the road, and I realize the power of SEO. I'm looking at all of the multiple ways that SEO applies to making money online. I do blog reviews. I've been doing really well with that. And I find that anybody who stays consistent with blogging, with SEO, with affiliate products attached to that, can really benefit from, by making money, because people are searching for things. And I actually belong to I belong to a couple larger groups of product creators. And so I get notice of this product is going to launch, grab an affiliate link, And like the other day, this product I get, 4 in the morning. I forgot to give the disclaimer. I have a dog and he barks. Noah. And anyhow, he quiets down usually, but sorry about that. I lost my train of thought. So with the SEO, I just realized there are multiple ways to earn income with blogging, basically by being in the search engines. That's what I was talking about, the affiliate product launches. The other morning, I was getting ready to go to bed about, I don't know, 1:32 in the morning, and said my goodnights. I go into my email, and there's a launch announcement in there for something that is going to launch at 9 o'clock the next morning. And I check it out, and it's a, whatever, it's a targeting method for Facebook advertising, and that's actually very trending right now. And so with that knowledge, rather than going to sleep, I cut a quick video, I cut a blog, I ranked it right away. It was on page 1. My video showed up on page 1 in YouTube. I went to sleep, pretty assured that I was going to make money, just because I knew my SEO was tight. I've already ranked on page 1 with my blog. I've ranked on page 1 with my video. And lo and behold, I woke up the next morning, I had made 2 sales. A couple hours after I announced that, I had made another sale. And this is kind of a daily thing. I find that anytime I blog about an affiliate product, given the knowledge that this is a new launch, and researching, can I rank for that, which is usually, I haven't found anything that I can't rank for. And so with the knowledge that I have acquired with seeing myself ranked for several local areas, like 2, I'm new here to Corpus Christi, Texas. I've only been here a year and a half. And if you go to YouTube and search Corpus Christi North Beach, is a very touristy area, you'll find me, which I find humor in that, because I'm from 1,500 miles away. I show up here, I cut a video, and I'm ranking for Corpus Christi North Beach. There's all kinds of tourist businesses there that would love to have the video spot that I have. And what else? Corpus Christi USS Lexington. This is actually a museum. I cut a video. There's a long walking path. It's a seawall alongside the ship. I've cut a couple videos there. So again, another local area, that I didn't put 2 and 2 together about how I could turn that around and make money. Now, at this point, I'm pretty assured that I could go to the USS Lexington and cut some kind of deal where I'm either advertising tickets to their museum from my video because of my ranking, right? And so I got to thinking, wow, I could really make a mint just off 1, local keywords, 2, small businesses, high ticket businesses, and 3, my knowledge of SEO. So I'm gonna do a screen share and show you something, but I'm just kind of leading into that to give you kind of an understanding. I'm gonna do this like right in front of you. I'm gonna build the page. I'm gonna rank it. I don't know that it'll show up in the ranks right away. Sometimes that takes, a couple hours. Sometimes it takes 24 hours. But usually we're seeing with my methods that we rank right away. So I'm not sure that I'll be able to show the ranking, but definitely in the proof group and the members group, I will screenshot that so that you guys can see that it did rank. But what I've done is I started thinking about I also talked to Alicia about this, and Alicia's actually done this a time or 2. So it was really great that it wasn't just an idea in my head, that this was something that somebody else that I knew tried. And it does require a little bit of work, but I'm telling you, if you put in the little bit of work and you get somebody that takes you up on your offer, it's going to be phenomenal. I'm looking at it where this is easily $100 a day, if not a $300 a day method, and I'm going to show you why. 1, let's say cosmetic dentistry. I know it's kind of funny because I've been looking at some of that for myself. I'm getting aged and my teeth are bad, and we just won't even go into that. But where would I go to find a good dentist? I got some dental issues myself, right? And so I can't just go to the everyday dentist. So I started looking around Corpus Christi, right? I went locally. In fact, I went locally into the area of Corpus Christi I live in. Actually, the community area is called Flower Bluff. Don't ask me why it's called that. It's a silly story, something about flour all over and ships and stuff, and it's goofy. Anyways, I live in the Flower Bluff area of Corpus Christi. And what I know about my area is that most people, it's actually a peninsula. So we're surrounded by water on the north, and we're surrounded by water on the south. And so nobody really goes outside of this area, right? They do all their shopping in the bluff. It's very rare that they go outside of the bluff to go to the grocery store or a gas station. I just found that my research, they stay right here. And so I did some searches for Flower Bluff dentistry, and I was surprised at the fact that, one, there are lots of searches, but there's no dentist here, right? They're up in Corpus Christi, but I could monopolize the fact that people are looking in their community in Flower Bluff as well as Corpus Christi, right? And so I started doing some things, and I've got some things set up. I'm going to quit talking. Well, I'm going to quit talking at the camera. I'm going to do a screen share. And Alicia, if you could just confirm that you can see my screen, hopefully. Should be Keyword Planner.
Okay, we can't see it yet.
Okay. Let me... Yes. Share. Ah, now it's mine. See the Keyword Planner, right?
All right, we can see it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so I did a few searches. What I looked for was Corpus Christi orthodontics. And I guess I'm going to pull up this thing. This is actually something called Invisalign. All right, so I'm going to type that here so you can see what I'm talking about. Invisalign. Invisalign is actually the clear braces. Clear braces. Now, I didn't know this. But Invisalign, I went and did the search here. I'll show you. Actually, I took some content off this page. But here's my search, Corpus Christi Invisalign, right? And then it's suggesting Corpus Christi orthodontist and Star Orthodontics. Now, what do I know about orthodontics? They are expensive, right? So I know probably, I didn't do any price checking, but I'm going to just assume that very easily this is a $1,500, if not a $3,500 product, right? And so let's say Star Braces, Vaughn Smiles, Fella Smiles, these guys all offer this Invisalign clear braces. And I see here that there's really only 28,900 results. In my head, I already know, because of what I know about SEO, that I'm going to outrank this, because I see here why they're getting ranked, right? They're just ranking, actually this is getting ranked on just the Invisalign Corpus Christi. And so if we insert not just Invisalign in the URL when we title our page, if we title it Invisalign Corpus Christi, it's going to outrank these pages. Okay, so let's go. I've got my WordPress. Suppose I should show you this and kind of explain what I'm doing here. I have this site, and it's kind of a generic site, right? CC Biz Connections, but CC is short for Corpus Christi, or at least that's my thought. So my CC Biz Connections, I have a tool on here called Optimize Press. I build landing pages that don't show up on my main page. It's kind of, it's still on the site, but it's not showing from the site. And so I can show you an example of one that I have completed. This one, right? And so it gives you no other information from the domain that this is on, right? Now you see the idea here. I've got this set up where if somebody was looking for free tax debt relief consultation and I partnered up with somebody that was offering this service, I could put their phone number here. I could rent them this page, basically. If I ranked this page for tax debt relief, free consultation, Corpus Christi, I'm certain that there's somebody that offers this service that would pay me $100 to $300 a month to change this information to theirs, just for the fact of outranking them. And so, not to confuse you with this page, I'm going to build right before your eyes the dental page, Invisalign specifically, and we're going to name it Corpus Christi. I know other people, and Alicia, I know that you know that this information I'm giving away right now is so valuable that other people would be charging easily, if I could spell Invisalign, easily hundreds of dollars for this. Because if you can put 2 and 2 together, it doesn't have to be local to my Corpus Christi. Literally, I could go do this all over Texas if I wanted to, right? Just grouping them, like this one specifically, Corpus Christi Invisalign. But what would keep me from doing, Dallas Invisalign, doing a little research on that? So literally having several of these pages. So I'm going to go to a blank page. This is all built into my WordPress theme. It's going to give me the option for a landing page. That's exactly what I'm building. And I'm just going to do this because I'm going to strip the information out of there anyhow. So I'm going to choose this one and proceed. These are all just basic templates that come with the theme. And so I turn the header and navigation off. I'm also going to turn the footer off because that keeps all the site info hidden. I'm not going to go into all this. This is just all the settings for the colors and whatnot, and really not necessary to go through. I need to create my own page. I could have swore I just did this. La la la. Okay, this just changed. Let me see if this has my page in there. I just made it and then it just disappeared on me. Here we go. Corpus Christi line live editor. So technically, we could just take some headlines from this search over here, which is what I have here, right? Many people ask us, are braces really necessary? And I'm just going to put that at the top for the headline. Basically, you're creating a generic ad, a generic page, right? So I'm just going to edit this out of here and turn it into all dental information regarding Invisalign specifically. Hypothetically, right? And so we would grab another snippet, and we're just going to go improve facial and smile appearance, right? Knowing what my students know with SEO, adding the SEO that I've taught you in these areas is going to cause you to outrank these people, specifically when you title your page to the keyword, oops, and use your SEO knowledge, right? Okay, so many people ask us, are I'm going to change this to Invisalign. Invisalign brace is really necessary. Okay, so I inserted that keyword, even though it's not the Corpus Christi Invisalign, it's the Invisalign. The Corpus Christi, we might add in, into some of the later content, right? I'm going to show you, I might be confusing you. I'm confusing myself here. So what we have here, basically what I'm saying is this content, I'm going to take the video out. This content can be replaced with article, or what you would call, say, a blog post, right? We can take out the opt-in, and then basically I can add an element here. So I'm going to add, not a button, not a content toggle. I'm going to add no more headlines. How about some text and some images? Basically, you would build the landing page. All right, here I've got some copy already, right? So I'm just going to start here with the truth is. And pop it in there. Truth is, the answer can be at Star Orthodontics. I'm going to pull that out because that's where I took it from. But we're going to go in Corpus Christi, see how I'm all of a sudden inserting my sub keyword, kind of, right? Your main keyword is your Invisalign, but we're shooting for Corpus Christi Invisalign in totality. And so that would be in our tags, but also you could adjust this to Corpus Christi Invisalign. Those of you that, when I say the SEO techniques that I use, that is part of our paid techniques. I have actually some real simple SEO rules that apply to all content. When you're publishing content, you need to be using it. And so again, I'll tell you how you can get into that at the end of the webinar. And so if this isn't making sense, or it probably isn't making sense unless you know SEO, those that are with me in, oops, I hit the wrong one, the wrong edit one, are with me as members of my training, absolutely. I think that you can see where you need to make the adjustments on your keywords accordingly. Something like this, where you bold it, or use the other rules that I have in that PDF in the members area. So now I've quickly got some information going on here, and I'm going to add some imagery and make this real quick. I know I saved some images, and so we're going to go large image, and from my computer, and here, this guy has some Invisalign. All right, so I'm just going to insert him into the post, and I'm going to do the alt text with my keyword. You're probably wondering where I got this content. Literally, I went into search and I took it right off this top page. And so it would need to, be adjusted some, right? I took this image too. I wouldn't use images from somebody that you're then going to turn the page around and try to rent it to. So this is just for example purposes. And so now I don't know where my image went. Doesn't look like it came through, so let's do this again. Image, image. Actually, my optimized press just updated today, and I haven't been in here since it updated. So I'm wondering if it's not having some glitches. So where's the, here? We'll put this one in there rather than the kid. And insert. I think I forgot to press the button. Alt text. Corpus Christi Invisalign. I did run some checks into, why is that not showing up? La la la. Let me try images. What the heck? Let me try a different one here. Select image. Should already be in the media library. Technical difficulties. I love when things don't want to cooperate with me because that just challenges me to, there it goes. Try, and then we find success. Okay, so I'm gonna grab another little snippet of content. This doesn't really have to be anything fancy. You'll find that it really doesn't matter. What's going to matter to these businesses is that you're outranking their page, and they're going to want the traffic. And it makes it very easy to solicit them for advertising due to, let's see, I want to add an element in here. I want a headline. I'm going to change that top one to a headline just so that it stands out a little bit more. And I didn't copy the text that I want to use as my headline, but it's this right here. Copy. And I just want it bigger so that the headline stands out, right? And so what we're doing is we're trying to grab people who are looking for Invisalign dental work in Corpus Christi, right? So not because we're a dentist, because we're going to rent this page to a dentist. And when I show you this, I've been sitting on this all week, like messing around. This can be used as, think about this. I used dentist because it applies to me, but roofing is like thousands of dollars. And so what I'm saying is when you can rent an advertisement, basically what you're wanting to do is go to, like here in the search here, I see these people ranking. My page, I'm pretty certain I'm going to outrank Star Brace's treatment Invisalign, only because of my SEO knowledge and the fact that there's only, I brought it local, there's only 28,900 results. I also went into Keyword Planner and I did this, Invisalign, Corpus Christi Invisalign. And so it gives me ideas here, right? So knowing what I know about the area, I can see these monthly searches. Here, Star Orthodontics Corpus Christi. This is a low competition keyword, but it still gets on average 50 searches per month. But 50 searches per month is 2 people a day. I don't think that people are looking for Star Orthodontics because they've never heard of them. I think they're looking for them because they are looking for that specific business. And when you can be the front person, basically the broker, the path that brings the person searching to the business before the business can, the business is going to pay you for that, right? And so these pages, I've seen them rented out for anywhere from $100 to $300, sometimes more, just based on, here's Invisalign Corpus Christi. Well, that seems low. We want it low because they are looking for that specific Invisalign service, right? We want to provide that service to them. The flip side of this is once we publish this page with the advertisement to the same business that we're outranking the business, right? The idea is you go back to Star Braces and go, hey, I see that you offer Invisalign service, and I have a page that I published, and I'm renting it out for advertisement. How would you like the traffic that my page is going to bring from, the same keyword that you're using? That's probably going to be the hardest part about this, but my reality is also this. If I'm outranking the top one, these two are competing, right? Now, this guy would love to be up in number one, but if I put myself up in number one, these guys are now having to compete with being number one. But if I beat them to the punch and I come back here and I call Star Braces and I say, hey, I see I'm above you in the rank. I'd like to offer the page out to you. And they say, no, I'm not interested in that. I already have ammunition to say, okay, have a great day. I've got Robertson and Orchard next on my list to call. I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee anything 100%, but I guarantee you the minute that you insert their competitor in there, all of a sudden you're going to have their attention. Because, it's not you that's competing with them really, because you're not a dentist, right? The reality of why would they pay $100 for a page is, let me publish this so that you can see kind of the power in that is when you make it so generic that any dentist could use it that offers that service. Here's the preview. They're going to want it. They're not going to want it because of the way the page looks. They're going to want it because the page ranks above them, right? And so let's say we just put Star Dental down here, right? This page would go to them. Obviously, we'd have a tracker on here or a certain way that we could find out that referral, maybe an opt-in before they get the actual phone number or information, that type of thing. But the reality is these businesses over here, the minute you outrank them, they're going to want that spot. They pay big money to hold these spots. Let's look at, let's go look at that. How much Star Orthodontics? I wanted to pay for specific searches, right? Star Orthodontics, $6.40. Google is getting $6.40 per click for that keyword, Star Orthodontics. So I guarantee you that they're making a really good return on their investment by being ranked for Star Orthodontics. They don't know, however, that with my information, my Invisalign Corpus Christi, adding that Star Orthodontics into my tags, my bloggers are going to know what I'm talking about because we've been dominating in the search ranks. When you put those in the tags, this will have the potential to also outrank keywords, keywords like this. Now, here's how the money is made, okay? Star Orthodontics is an actual, business here in Corpus Christi. They offer the Invisalign service. I know that they would be willing to pay $100 to rent a page like this because even if they just got one customer in 30 days, if I could provide them one paying customer from just knowing where and how to rank in those desired things, and understanding how people are searching and the amount of that. I know this. Star Orthodontics gets 950 average monthly searches, and the competition is low, but the cost for that click is high. And it's because Star Orthodontics wants all of that action. I guarantee you that I can outrank Star Orthodontics with basically the same thing that they're offering. And then I'm going to turn around and call Star Orthodontics, and I'm going to sell them advertisement on my page, not for $6.40 a click, $100 per month for my page, because I know that with this type of search for Star Orthodontics and the other searches for Corpus Christi and Invisalign, these small numbers are going to get high traffic because they're so targeted. This is targeted down to Corpus Christi and Invisalign, so much so that we're going to target the businesses, right? So not only would I take Corpus Christi, Invisalign, I would take the business, Star Orthodontics. Not only that, what about the doctors? I know one Dr. Ingram, because I did my research. Invisalign, right? So he's going to pop up, right? Invisalign doctor site. Now, see, you're going to see these jump up. You know, this could be something to play with. This is kind of getting too high. I would be more apt to hit on, you know, these lower ones, lower than 1,000, I would say. The Damon system is actually what it's kind of called. There's other terms for it. I just went with the straight out term. But you see that that's a high competition, and there's a lot of monthly searches, and you can kind of see by this. I'm saying to stay in these low areas because these low ones are going to pay off a lot faster than these high ones. They don't get overlooked because, like, here, there's 28,000, 29, we'll just call it 29,000. So it's just about, you know, like I say, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to rank, right? And it's got to be relative to the business, the location, and it can really be niched down to, you can use these business names or doctor names in your tags because they don't show publicly. Only your keywording would, but it would almost pick up, like if somebody was searching Corpus Christi Invisalign Dr. Ingram, it's going to get picked up. If somebody was searching Corpus Christi Orthodontics Invisalign, it's going to get picked up if I've put those in my tags. And so, like I say, this is very similar to how people do CPA. You could totally build the same type of thing for CPA, and then, you know, do these bids on the keywords, right? So that's, I'm not going to get into the CPA, but it's very similar in the way that it's laid out. Trying to think if I missed anything, Alicia. If I
don't think so.
Anything that you can add?
You know, not a whole lot. There's definitely more competitive markets to go after. You know, dentists, of course, is one. Landscapers, you know, like you said, construction workers. I mean, the sky's the limit on the businesses that are really competitive in the local area, and those are the people that are going to purchase, you know, this type of service.
Right, and that was something that became very aware to me. I was like, you know, roofers, my husband used to be a roofer. He used to do construction, and it just comes down to pest control. I live in Texas. There's lots of cockroaches down here. And so I was just like, wow. And I actually built a guy a pest control site, and, you know, we picked apart his competitor and outranked his competitor just with my knowledge. And so I just went, whoa, hey, you know, rather than building the guy a whole website, I could have just rented him a page, and I just found a lot of power in just that SEO knowledge. I appreciate you giving feedback on that. And so the other thing I wanted to show real quick, this has to do with my product. Obviously, if you guys have any questions relating to any of that, let me know in the chat. Facebook kind of bogs out on me when I have Hangouts open, so I don't really bop back and forth. But I'm going to go to the SEO Sizzler fan page because we got something going on there. I'm going to mute you out, Alicia, because I got speakers here and I got some feedback. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Anyways, I'm going to do screen share again and bada bing, bada boom. Okay, here's the fan page. But I did a search the other day because obviously I'm going to have to write a review on my own product. But SEO Sizzler. I told people when we first started promoting SEO Sizzler that you can do SEO on Facebook. And I wanted to show you the search results here because you see that Facebook is outranking my main domain. My SEO Sizzler Facebook page is outranking my main domain. Actually, my niche list page on the SEO Sizzler is outranking my main domain. But the reality of this right here, this ranking, is the fact that I have the keywords not only in my description inside of here, but also when I'm posting to SEO Sizzler, I find that if I use SEO Sizzler at the very first, like none of these are ranking, it actually is the very first. What I'm saying is if you create a post, like my page name is SEO Sizzler. So if and then I have in the description of my fan page, SEO Sizzler, that word. And then I start my content with SEO Sizzler. This almost just that, whatever else I put back there is going to piggyback Facebook and show up in the search results. It's actually kind of interesting. I don't know if this was different when I looked at it yesterday, but you'll see that Facebook has more authority than my domain. Excuse me. So the fact that I put SEO Sizzler in that domain, even though I'm piggybacking Facebook, that's going to get found before my main domain until I start building, you know, this keyword on, or this keyword on this domain with more authority than Facebook has. So it's just adding the keywords. You can write, if you write your content on your pages, like this one isn't a very good example, but say some of these longer ones, right, like this one. This one probably is in search somewhere because I've used SEO Sizzler here. I've used it here. I've linked to my domain. I've probably said SEO Sizzler at least 3 to 5 times in this content. So there's no way that it's not showing up, that just that post is not showing up. Right, and I'm right. You're gonna start seeing them show up from different areas. This is backlinking stuff. This I don't think this is stuff that I did, right? It doesn't look like my backlinking techniques, but good on whoever did that, Albert. Anyhow, it's just a good way to piggyback Facebook with your keyword. So, or your niche, right? If somebody were dog grooming or advertising or Corpus Christi dentistry or Corpus Christi Invisalign, And that's a really great idea, even if you don't have a domain name, where if you're trying to do something like this, you could really niche out a whole fan page that coincides and really offer an advertising package that beats out those people that have relative businesses. But it's a good way to just take your knowledge and monetize that in unlimited ways. I guess that's kind of why I love SEO so much. I get a lot of compliments on my writing, and I want people to know I am not a good writer. Okay, I couldn't write a book, although I'm writing a book. A lot of things are repurposed. So like, how do I write a blog review about something that I don't purchase? I will gather information, and that's really what you have to do. To do something like this, you want to gather the search information, check your AdWords, check the keyword searches, check the prices that they're getting per click, check the average cost of the service that the dental clinic or whatever business that you're promoting, and then research the competitors too. And really, for me to write a product review, what I do is just that type of assessment. What is it? What does it do? Or why do you need it? And where can you get it? I just answer 3 simple questions. Sometimes I'm getting that information from, if I've not purchased the product or I don't use the said service, I can still write a review on it because somebody else has already. So I can go read a review and kind of assess where I got my, get my own information. I can watch a video on the same product or service, and kind of get an idea of how other people are promoting it. And that's what I'm using to piece my content together. And so it's not just my knowledge. My knowledge is the SEO, gather the information, and compile it in a way that is monetized. And this is a pretty powerful way to do that. And so I look at the clock, and it's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm going to close this with saying, in the SEO Sizzler, this is really good for small businesses. Obviously, if we can outrank small businesses might want our information. This is good for bloggers, internet marketers, pretty much anything that you can attach a keyword to, you can attach money to, you can be found in the search engines. I teach all this in a very methodical, step-by-step video presentation that right now is housed in a Facebook group. I do have a membership site in the works, so that it's laid out even better than we have it in the group. We have the group, obviously. We have a proof group. We have a members group for the paid members. We also have a private chat. We do hangouts like this that are open to the public every Wednesday, and every Saturday we are going to start doing specific members training. So I'm just encouraging people to grab the training. It's phenomenal. I've had really great feedback. It's actually been really great to put this power into other people's hands. And at this point, I'm going to give a shout out to Travis and Sherry. Sherry was a new blogger. She came in. She had never blogged. She built her website. Her very first blog post is ranking up in first page results in the #1 spot on a variety of pages. It's covering a lot. She did the very same thing with blog post #2 on a very trending, hot topic right now. And so it's not just me. I'm finding that the people that actually dig into the training and apply it, and it's real simple. Corey Franklin came in under 24 hours. He was ranking and making affiliate sales because of that ranking. And so I just encourage people. There's a link down below if you're watching on the Hangout page. There's also a link to, I believe, my Facebook page. Otherwise, I'm Carla Zen Queen Colhays. Thank you, Alicia, for coming out and joining me and having my back, checking to see that everything's working on the other end, and giving feedback, because I know this is a technique that you've used in the past.
Carla, your training is amazing. So everybody needs your training. Seriously.
Right. I appreciate it, Alicia. And so with that, we'll close the night. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.